If any party called the base, or the high, or the low, or whatever the name that they can, they should not target MPP and DC. So obey to power every country parties in the next 20 years to come.
The next 20 years.
I'm just telling you solidly. The Nyamian Timanya no the mass of for no matter. The crow is saying no. So to me who are sorry Abeko. Now Gijia now say judges were prosecutors were now could be a you. Go have sorry assembly bar. As of over Fred as a guy as no, Zembe account. Judge need to me a crowd man. Adjournment is our copy say different government, Baba, and then I'm say who go screen near Bepon and Yum and day.
Now
The day is over. Airport police station. How can ASP or the corpora Omunina saying one toilet so? No mudim come offer a dinosaur. Yes. Obiaire every gisi abontina padlock there. Ubaba no more pure water when you are pure water. How do you fight? Ekroma nyom ba akopɛ na abeto ye. Enyom no bia nu a osuru, politician bia nsuru biem. Government bia nsuru biem. President bia nsuru biem. Enyom ba ko. Worker kwa demonstration oto, teachers kwa omoto, doctors kwa omoto, civil society obi akwa oto. Enyom ba akopɛ. Ye ni abre ko. Your auditors, better chartered auditors than India. Population of over 1.3 or 1.4 billion. Your chartered accountants room. Is it a country SM could be a disca intimate investigating? Try me and share. Office be office one thought document in China Mama. Over Jesus because come do. When we are having the election, a campaign there, me ba Messi toilet, me ba mayor market, me ba mayor school, me ba mayor say me ba museum. Because sir, in the crew, my soft for shankom, ubi at Mishankom yan. It is very good, mashallah. Because Omunim said they all can't you preach you during campaign, they cannot fulfill. One fulfilling we are now about power. Now what you will say we are defeatist. One cause we defeat you. And the only salvation abenyano. Now you are the hope no at the ama pastors. Now the pastor is not preaching your hope, not the politician who promised you with the car.
Mamen Kaya reinforce they say that they have any way noni African organic cream, body wash, soap, your face wash, bibia. Because the professor Kala Tipa, Muse Webino, or be a Cambodian nepe, and as they say, I bet you, so Mr. Pebby, no, I can't say, where do any juice? Oh, a bit easy any pedriao, or live an in a berry for me, bibia, come on, it's my noni. So go noni, I bet show near ma. Ege, now all your banner stretch marks, Bema crabby, I Jim Kakra, Jai, maybe honor, Pipi Kakra, or the fast ceremony at the Ababo, minimally in Tia Maker. Noni, and I wow. Prof, you share in common as nipa abobo mudin, any one cassa baby, I could draw any na mind that's what the tia. A BC any your end is near NPP. Ya bread ya the base, the base abe. Honorable Canada Agyapong say, it could be anymore. A beer, Nabi Biasa, NPP and DC. Part we bet near you almost free 1 1.
Not for now.
Hey.
No. You see, it takes a longer while for parties to be established. Broad-based party is the one what you might call a Bermuda. And me and two parties now Ghana no. A friend is shared governance.
Okay.
Shared responsibility.
Okay.
So you're checking in terms from the 1982 uprising. Any other sir. The shared governance means and these were called how many governments?
Okay.
Rawlings called 8. President Kufuor called 8.
Okay.
President Mills, President Mama Ebe called 8. President Ronaldo called 8. President Mahama called 4. But what they say? Social margins, any the numbers between the two governments now. After any election biano election MPP be winning no or when base MPP and as the MPP as a faithful sana party be 47-48%. Na ebe some few 10-20% be from the floating
voters.
because school phobia graduate 18 abeka ho ni adade akwantufo abam ni adade no de abewini NDC the same and to omie no air kotokwan has in terms of numbers one there were more supporters it's always Olympics ni other ones that take chain kakra na be flowing the floating akọ we say numbers in the same now any third party like Uzi the base the country would have needed a third party to give pressure to the two parties. That is what even me would have been the focus. Why? Because the parties are very comfortable. And it was never and is never like that in Europe. And in Europe, coalition governments of the CDUs, Christian Democratic Unions, and I say Christian Democratic governments in around Europe, they cannot get a full power and go to parliament. Abraham and members in Kwan. We hear coalition. So catch them say party be called new party or Babaji government in India. That one I will say no. But there's a possibility say a third party can come. Squeeze the balls of the two parties. No adjum numbers in be and push about 20 parliamentarians to parliament. If any party called the base or the high or the low or whatever they name that they should not target MPP NDC say obey my power every country parties in the next 20 years to come.
The next 20 years.
I'm just telling you solidly. Because the party now building the hierarchy, are building a certain personality that they are going along with them. So shape, we building humba, we building and tell them it is a lot of numbers. However, say anybody to say honorable Kendi Awoken, so if I were to be one of his advisors, which I will not serve as advice be a Onyan party or not, but so I imagine so a better party. The best would be to target your minority, your friends, the independent parties, baby. Coalition of the independents. Coalition because after all, you try by the near being so last time, last 4 years, last 8 years, goom. Or a third party. This one. President Chada, what they say, also bem, and this all put to team together, and the beer omu solid base, and see a party, targeted 20 parliamentarians, our parliament. This country's problem is solved. Because they will not have some year to normal, and will be a parliament said they know munyana. Margins, difference, until this election, it has never happened at times say, many difference X, Y, Z, different 40, different 50 MPs. No. And this say, party be not the 20 at their co-parliamentar, also be force, form opposition quorum. Because so far, more party, Kwame plus, Frempong, near that, numbers in to form a caucus. And whether you like it or not, SNDC consume and MPP consume. That is sad. But say idea almost dozen and no more by 20. So me, I'm saying that anybody who has that mentality to form a government, a party, should target say you are building a base to have a very strong this competition on the constituency and come with MPs. Not build from them to say, MPs 20 or parliamentar. Don't give MPP, don't give NDC chance to sweep over. Things will change. Besides that, say will be some better party. Papa, to build a party and win power, it is money. It is serious organization.
Is it not about dedication?
Sorry?
Is it not about dedication? If you say money, now we'll be dedicated.
The dedication, you will not get the people to be dedicated because the people that are there to vote, Obaje Banche, Obaje Cassava, Obaje Sika, Kudi.
Every baby.
Dedication is where? There's no dedication. It's a business. Election is a business in Ghana. It's not by spirituality. Ghana is not Vatican. No. Election is not Vatican.
How did we get here? Make I say 2008 elections. And a better say Prof. Milsmo, Echeche matches as Ikashim.
Yes.
And a Sani man. Sani menya dia Ghana, Yehunesa, and the delegates openly to make us a Magic Kennedy Sika. Magellan, may try to do.
That's all. That is where we are. And the trouble is that when the destiny of the country is in the hands of the kingmakers, that is how you find the country lies, what it is today. The kingmakers are what? The kingmakers are the delegates now, Bowman 7. Constituency way traditional constituency for MPP.
Okay.
MP now or hono, say nipa 300 or contest MPship, 300 na delegates. Mamen kope loan, na me family nipa 300. They determine the destiny of the population of 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 community. And you what do you so nyabosia de ma 300 na wo mu de ne ba. On say wo mu wi the next election no a traditional seat for either MPP NDC or parliament. Into ono no dadwen ni na ho den ni ne brain na no o mu eso worship room say ni pattern not the larger community. Into oba power opa eno obam nti say ni pa na to man onim so mu yayi no o mu ma me yayi no mu ko o mu papa yayi no mu ko delegate bi awu na MP ko a or 2,000. But a party, ordinary party member on your delegate, politicians could say 200 no deco.
Wow.
Yasa Bonuma Manasa in a bush and for us Abesaka. But you are 200. Yasa friend honorable account. But a delegate qua, if it be in your year, or qua, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Chairman this, treasurer this, secretary this, or both free chairman. The system of how we choose our MPs, the constituency and the local government, local elections na the MPs in the ban, and in this country is downfall. And many people are dedicated. The dedication and the allegiance, they swear allegiance to only those who are the kingmakers. And here in this regard, kingmakers in their delegation. And they are the cause of what the country is going through.
So say be a suggest say after NDC for omobe introduce a new person. Now wabeshia Dr. Bawumia as a mudi da ho. Nti kasa bi a Chada Alan Honorable Ken Kambo mo bi at the base. Ombetimi abi bi be wo ka say obeti ko be 20 years enya bembu.
Reason being say group ya bobo mudino whether or not said they would also sit and agree and understand. Disagree is another question. Whether they will see to it, say, why the best presidential candidate? In this regard, Alan, we senior man to Honorable Ken.
Okay.
And once we say, now how much do you bring on the table?
Okay.
Child workers, okay, I can do my own thing. How do I also bring my money and also become a mate?
Okay.
This is what one of the biggest reasons. I say PNP for PNC for CPP. Have you ever seen a crusade? Small minority parties will say, "Ontimin produce you one single candidate in parliament in the last 32 years, and yet every election we are all contested." It's craziness. It is madness. So go and have an alliance, go and have measure with another party. Namun try and concentrate, namun keep 1 or 2 MPs from the minority background called the independent background. Let them sit in parliament, let them see them out. Nasamudi independent for best 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Now caucuses are consuming. What have you done? Nothing. And it is not easy like you see it, but it will be easier when they start from somewhere. Say, Omake Mwabum. No one targeting only the presidential. They are targeting the constituency and come with MP. If you have an MP and you have a power of say, you can hold these 2 parties like they do in Europe. In Germany, Omo party be your friend Green Alternative Party, the Green Party.
Okay.
The German Green Party, no, or no, or the NIPA 7, 6, maximum 8, and a dome called parliament since the medieval years.
Omunye so mu take over.
Ontimi take over. No remember senior Brewafo and Kokrafo. But omo conservative your friends constituencies are every day about when. Why? Because some face a green alternative. Yempe a car. Yempe adebia ebe produce emissions.
Okay.
What I say? Yepe bicycle, yepe we, yebe nanti, yemfa mponko, yempe technology, ye military, yemko entokwa. The nipa 7 that they call parliament, 7 they call parliament, they go and make impact because without number 7, no, you can't form majority. It is a SPD, Social Democratic Party, nina a person of Fanua, obe join you ma, ombechro nyama omope. 1. Minister of Environment, are you prepared? Every time Minister of Environment is from that party.
Okay.
Every time Defense Minister, omo pesa oba be final the country ni be kwa akon, was maji defense aboso. Every time also aje transport abaso because all makwa mamunye ye car ebe produce emissions. This is what and how these countries and that's across the whole Europe. Enti womu wa parties be conservatives, obetis far right parties, left parties, center right, center left. It is because of their ideologies, philosophy of their political, your friend say, satellites.
Okay.
Enti anu na mu determine say niyan ye pay there, and if that is the case there, your bad government, your the nipa for there are parties in Europe, Switzerland, the opposition. It be a four parliamentarians that separate the 2 parties. Every country in the world has the biggest 2 parties. Every country in the world, there's no country with 3 strong parties. No, they all have. But the third one, a force be only the same vote, only the parliament, only the whole parliament, or hold policy, or determine and dictate policy directions. And in the end, ni be said to say MPP co-positioner. Yeah, in MP ma. Yes, Sani ebe Simon. NDC today, yeah, majority, 80 margin, wama, yebe Simon. That is the catch. This is the problem. But Sankawum nim said they are kept on their toes by a third party. Who's your friend said the base?
The base, yes.
A third party called the base. And within the parliamentarians, leave the presidential candidate aside for now, say be Honorable Kennedy. But maybe no, and as will be was our interest now. Only can call no parliamentarian. How do you go alone to be a president of a particular party? Crow say so benya independent, what be president, or parliamentarians back there. How do you govern? You cannot govern.
Okay.
Start from the constituency level, start from parliament, get your people in parliament, and then you can have either than that, who be president, or be sure more confirm.
And so looking at his age and the okay prolong him sebi and say obeya.
You can be a kingmaker.
Okay.
You can be a kingmaker, not necessarily being a president. Kingmakers of such minority parties, Otifie, on the party, and now Omo party, Omo parliamentarians, and Oho, on the separated the 2, the powers no, one ho, and yet the 2 no more majority no did that. What does it mean? About ministerial, they determine where to go. They will tell you, says here, about allegiance. Sure, consistently some years pass, about 4 or 5 elections, and imagine here Kitwebi. Sananka ye war independent caucuses.
Okay.
What parliamentary opposition ye 10 cry. Cause this country, cause 2 parties, and cause they will not have the time, call it, to misbehave or to joke. Because always they will be kept on their toes. Because our oppositioner, at any time in parliament, all more than numbers with him defective.
Okay.
Above voter, they can defect. And why would you have your policy and then have access to push your agenda through? No, it won't be possible. And it's now your party leader, and now your party, and now the base, and whatever. What ye chira? One can say my joy. So I put 2 MPs together. Now you show where to go. You are a kingmaker. They have to negotiate through you before you get to them. No beyond a bit my bad president. No beyond a bit my bad leader of a country. No beyond a bit my AE. But we have kingmakers who are powerful than the presidents and the leaders.
Yeah, our analysis is very deep. Recently, we saw a video of you now as security you were in a red shirt. Now, Okasa, we share Ghana. said yeah, near the enclaves, how we do things, especially the political side now. Kobe is Honorable Ken. And I was saying, do your mind anymore? Was that an endorsement?
No. I remember very well a question asked you. I was very general.
Okay.
General in a sense, I said, and I repeat, historically, from independence in 1957,
Okay.
Ghana has never had the chance to have anybody called a business person to be the front of this country since Nkrumah. All the 14 successive presidents. Kwame Nkrumah was a politician. Kotoka was a military. Afrifa was a military. Buzia was a politician. Akufo-Addo, Papa, was a politician. Obia the president, one man to Okromada, civilian. Okay. I'll give you the name. Ono, no a politician. And you been a champion.
Okay.
Okay. Post Nanado's regime.
Okay.
Wait, my check a list of Ghanaian presidents. Okay. Nanado regime. Your friends, Nanado Papa. Ena yeba benya a champion ebetu. Ena SMC2 Akufu ebetu no. Ena Jerry Baye shortly.
Okay.
Ena Hillary Liman Baye. Ena Jerry Baye. Ena obe call 11 years. Okay. Jerry Baye call 11 years new year no. Ena your friend is saying osa be call 8 years civilian. Okay. President Kufuor be call President Mills be call President Mama be call President Nana be call President Mills asaba. Check from A to Z. Who calculate here Rollins oba twice civilian and military. President Mama waba twice civilian waba twice. Who put boxing in there about 14 presidents there. Na ba kukure ni wa a businessman.
Okay.
All of them came from the political background. Either say nana papa a politician or no a politician, and nana a politician, etc. But in your business. So I was of the view said it will be very interesting to see Ghana a day that may be a businessman be a president of this nation. It will be very interesting. That was what I did say. Said for me, I'm very enterprising when it comes to my thinking. So I'll be very sad. Very interesting to see maybe somebody not from the political background, even though Canada, Japan, or in Japan, a politician, because our parliament for about 4, 5, 6 seasons. Nevertheless, he projects or he sees himself, as we all know, or a businessman, but not all out politician, as compared to all those military and then the traditional politicians. President Kufuor was a traditional politician. His view was known way back. It was time. Although he's been around there. Nanado had been a politician chasing Ghana seat for the past 40 years before he became a president. President Mahama had been also in the political front, assemblyman, so he's a politician. President Mills somehow was not in, but somehow he had been an administrator or call himself or a technocrat, into also falls within that bracket. But businessman, as in businessman being a president of this country, if care is not taken, it's difficult to be.
Oh, okay. I'm a one crowd the basic doctor, Mahmoud Baumiana, be a leader, the NPP. Honestly, no who saw vision, no.
If I give you father, parent by parent, his father was a politician. His father had been a council of state. His father, as time to be called, had been close to a minister. So it is not out of bounds. Okay. Not different from President Mahama. Not different from President Kufuor because of from political family. Not different from Nanado, His Excellency, because of from political family. Not different from Professor Dr. Nkrumah because they started their politics. And to Obia, Wabe President Bian, any news said Dr. Nkrumah, Neba, Minuaba Samia, President of Ghana, in Kenya news.
Because ne papa
had been there, and that is the structure of the Ghanaian political chain.
Honorable Ken, in his background.
Only our background, you know. And think beer to some extent, you know. But here is the case. And also soon beer may be the cause of a fight against, because when it comes to that sex, that and the political family, you know, they are moved together.
Okay.
They move together. They understand themselves. They see themselves as colleagues.
Okay.
Oko Ghana Parliament is a beautiful parliament with a lot of policies unsigned, a lot of policies undebated, a lot of policies not left in the eyes. And he's saying, share the committees our Parliament of Republic of Ghana, schoolmates.
Okay.
Let them belong to any other party else. Are you aware? From where? How many schools? Who bet my group? Not more than 10 schools, 20 schools, and the form. Go and check. When you was for boys, when you prompt boys, Adisadel, Fancy Pim, Achimota, Ebri Girls, Wesley Girls, Kogana Judicial Service, Judge or baby, one few holy girls or your friends saying Wesley Girls. One few Wesley Girls or Ebri. Now go school betting court. No, you can't come in there.
Okay.
Into you creating a system of elitism in our political discourse, our political destiny. That has been the path you creating. But what I say, and into now, cocoa new sentence, farmer sentence, different from businessman sentence for Ghana. Is that elitism?
Okay.
I let you know because we are phone. And a boy 1,000. Near man 5 years. Obi we are join. Near man 20 years. No be that $10 million. Our Ghana ha. Na a man for sorry. Ya man pardon. Itia ni ya. Ni BP aba. Ni ho jojono. What I say? AC Jano. Because there are voices. Who are the voices? The mates. The classmates. The old boys. The old girls. They meet in caucus. They discuss. The woman timin kano. Ya shep na sorry oko. No mane sofo na kokasa wa frɛ no we ye unua sofo ne makasa o si sei enti ha opese odi nsamone a pa sorry bi o sofo kase bi no akɔtwene no wasɛm ba o nsusu twene ne nsa wa frɛ anye bi kura na judge no kɔ na sorry ana prosecutor wa na sorry na ayɛ pastor kro we say mu de a very simple country to live o
People na provocas ayɛ
na papa ekro ma wan adi bɔne wan adi o man sika ayɛ no it doesn't work out like that. The elitism is what we play. The sentences are not the same. The level playing field is not the same. It's not true.
To make us a chairman on to me, the is it because we need classmate? You go for China post here because MPP you on Kwan as a modern times have a but as only classmate in Siena.
Rebecca, minim school.
Also, Prempe after Prempe, the young baby.
When I say a premper, then the boys were almost mates. Premper mates. Almost mates. But they be now the second ladder after premper. And an mates, I'm almost in their own decision making.
Okay.
Because be an agab and be abewa and overcast a cycle. Obey. But this is the practice of Ghana. Elitism is the issue here.
NPP for free when this buy. I best start every now the way you mean or the way you mean some year campaign or buy any day could see. Under NPP, NDC for almost support Cecilia da Pass, saga and that. NSS saga, give to your warren nonsense and be brain in Echi, Ama Kwama, or over Ken Furiata, and also Aquacam, and I know crowd also here extension the visa. Yanchi will be unto. Ye Korean is say Ghana.
What I say, first, now you swan. Uko school a mobile point na munyam ko parade.
Okay.
Say o majai. First they say obi upon free in the classroom no ko. But before elementary schools no. Yekoshia no one be now the day is over. Night is drawing whatever no. I say no. And now the day is over. Say nya wi papa dey see ba ku bia ya wi. It's like that. What the issue by, so I use that as a reference scenario. I'm not the one quoting.
Okay.
MPP, yeah, the beautiful song, Ewo Kruma, at the year campaign, 2012. Meboa. Gangan Tuamunchini. And I remind myself of the nice, sweet voices of Kwame Duncan. And your friends, Samia Uku, and JB. Peace from on other network. Why you gangan to Omunchi. Now you know there. And I remember Nana Doba Odo constituency. I said, why you not my time. I'll collect every single penny for Ghanaians. However, under President Mills, why you Omunchi? With the 4 days, I was sell under President Mama in 2015 or 2014 or so.
Okay.
President Mills, the time now why you issue start here. Yacheno. MPP bar government. The pacho, and you the properties home so is in because they couldn't prove. And Mr. Wyoming is a history. Obia antenna symbol.
So meaning say all highlighting maybe na say even NDC for na omo any 2 years esga no omo no kra timichi no but NPP omo de be campaign message no
They didn't do anything. There was a cry.
Okay.
There was a noise by NDC to arrest President Kufuor's officials.
Within their own party?
Yes. No, for President Kufuor's officials.
Okay.
President Mama Mills Bayern.
Okay, from Kufuor's administration against
Mills. But President Mills, they're on their kind, on records. Yeah, Ghana for Unja won. A woman asked him, we are man don't know anything. So he cooled off the pace. Wanche President Mama Kufuor any pebia. Then there came President Mama. Before President Mama left, MPP characteristically, generally, openly, loudly, sombe jeli NDC for nina. Shishi akuko bakroma mfe biantu.
Even 2014 Brazil I call ye Mekai Mosisa Monimo Commission of Inquiries white paper. Nana do talk to baby.
And I'm just say the croma has offered for the Yamian Timanya nor the mass offer for no mattress. The crow is same no. So to me who are sorry I'll be caught. Now Gigiana who say, judges or prosecutors or now could be a you. Go I saw assembly bar. As of over Fred as a guy's no, some baby account. Judge need to me a crowd man. Adjournment is our copy say different government, Baba, and then I'm say, who goes screen near upon and you and day.
Now
the day is over. And the government is charge and bill, adjournment, charge and bill, process. And the lawyers now hold this cases, war process. The BR or file something against something. Oh no man, yes, I did. Case management leading to case judgment in there. Papa be that. It does not happen in see. Judgment in Kuechra process be me delay. Until before that time, not different government about the day is over.
Many opinion be din komo UK or your Bruni. I say Alan Kojo Martin. I Ghana for one ne anyone. One. Number two, what he has to say. A him dear crowd a man for AUZU at the year or money. Me wo Dr. B of Virginia, I friend Dr. Pope. Oba Ghana ha ebe ka so person ne the communication ministry issue na obetimi a block momo fraud. Ono betimi atena a obi antimi mbu obi biem. Oslawusu and Oslawusu ye sim registration and a Ghana card yeah link so that momo fraud no ebe return of the past anye. Sam George Banano you say as Oslawusu mu de omo ye man kwanko ye. Mo a mo wonim de say no. Why so man no enu so many enyam so mfa so.
Okay, so in advanced world, be America, be Australia, be even India, etc. None of these countries have reached where they are using their politicians.
Okay.
Policy makers and policy advocates are never politicians. Policy makers and policy advocates are not people to be seen publicly.
Okay.
Policy makers, policy advocates are not people who formed main parts of the country, no party, and the political system. They sit at the back, but the system not allow. And say when it matters most, These are people that we can rely on them. And now Betty Bibi said economic think tank, diplomatic think tank, security think tank. None of them is a political person. The government call eco-seeky assistance to formulate policy. Now government the baby and our parties in the baby what dilute, what modify, no the political their branding. So when the system is going bad, the makers of that policy, they sit back and draw your attention, say, that is not how I chai and I that had been the version of Europe and all the advanced nations now. I don't need to be part of NDC.
Okay.
I don't need to be part of MPP. That does not mean, say, Ebianka, some of them somehow would wish or would try. Upon my island. No, it is not like that.
Okay.
I do not want to be seen to be identified, say, may ako servo aha, but because of maybe a party went in America. No, I don't need to function and support and assist my country with my mind because I am here MPP. No, I know they are men here. Because I'm here NDC. No, men here. Because if you are to be used, you should be used to the best knowledge of your natural abilities, not the best knowledge of which party that you belong to.
There's a hundred the almost benefit party, a political party policies, not national policies.
Because, sir, every party that comes to power, including NDC today in reference case scenario, because they are in government, they come to power with the party manifesto.
Okay.
And some of us are saying, sir, when you pick up the constitution of that party, the manifesto, the first thing all Canon said, they preach about staying in power successively for long. They preach about grassroots encouragement, enhancement, protecting and guiding and making the grassroots members. What does it mean? Grassroots members in cheerful. And this a police na mefa under this regime, SMFA grassroots. Say military and amefa SMFA grassroots. Say your government appointments and amema SMFA grassroots. And no a socio-political discourse ultimately changing the dynamics of even the country public sector. The public sector, the public services, the public offices. Share the civil servants, our ministry, Omasima Mobile Keke, and your Mina party. Share police officials, share military. Adentina obi ye police commissioner or boy Juma waha. But different government ba the next day IGP Nitansa shake up in Ghana police service. You read it. Omu free shaky up a him fan no shaky. Shake up in military. Omu shaky from Kwame Nkrumah Mede no shaky. Nothing. They don't shake anything. They do what is called in French couper décaler.
Meaning
slide and push. It's just a change. Maba, the person general see biom free me krum enough for obi a menino ma sorry ba Mrs. Taire, Mrs. Takru. Near Doma ba, okay, I have say, you share Cantonment's police station. A whole also case about honey high profile cases. A land, Cantonment's land BNA less than $2 million. And to me the me offer Kotoa. A see idea. Fast in a year. And yes, our docket no. Name wo Alexis. A roba to Dakuma police station has here. Case be a beba who be a moja or yabubi. Obi aboni girl moja free nti ho ba.
Was then is God, bro.
There be oba the police no betima ya your friend is saying a medical report. Yaduko bukom, yaduko glefe, we a police officer do ko to ha. Either so betwa na akọche fish. And as a case be a beba who be a battery and assault. No business case. But Oma Tima who said no, say the officer ko to airport. Cases about honey fine, very refined cases. Scan APMA F. Sikani be na abonire, Sikani be na ko repu obi. Case never an F. Na udu obi koto baby to say Bukuma na Gabisi ya repuna. Police in Krabaka Chesoko no ko repu binka. Because the case no bibi ani ho. Nothing no go.
Oh, but so there be almost
citizens. But then I'm a citizen of Manchester Croman. Everything is categorized. Masa, banku edino nkwanchan ani hotel banku de na de abonti banku na de pa o but for too much hotel banku ya na to say that is the elitism that we practice over here. It's a very beautiful and sweet country. The good thing is that per country and the nationals and the citizens are calm, that you can control them, that you can tame them, that you can make them believe any nonsense. There is no country on earth than Ghana. That is why I say anything that has got a civil war. What about them? Why the best civil war? Why the best civil war? Rollins called in the or military 11 years was succeeded 24 coup d'etat. Baku krenwa etumi ayi. Na be ku no akwakoda achana ku odi betu Rollins. Other than some tigo for dining. Obi akoyeku da de manaju. Eku.
Oman go se nrem.
Dabi, na nra be mu na abehye. Ya no be na ku baba. Kro we say I'm telling your witness, cherished listeners, nobody should ever dream. Ghana, we don't have what it takes for anybody to stage a coup. Nobody.
Obese yet say mebru no say one day
only one day bia
the Niger
masa mebru na wo kan wasam no social media masa nyina na te so no nyina na te so no
oba na social media
obia otata de me o shata de o de abachina dada ne to wasa de nsafe ni tiri ho eno anu no wage ne numbers odum ne data okọ oge eno no odum ne data show friend ma me phone this any the men can
to be ready.
Nobody is ready because the point is you can stage a coup from the bush. But cleverly, Rollins, Ubreki Ghana Army, they didn't know before he left. Ubreki Ghana Army. When he decided to break down the battalions of refusal to give them logistics, Ubreki them down, they were not resourced. President Kufuor Bayano, he also did intelligent thing. People didn't notice. All the Ghana Army barracks, land they atwa ho nyina community family there. The families petitioned President Kufuor some budget government just as in 100 years time as you pay asase President Kufuor so monyenko Chado oni Bema camp baby and colonels in general stay no obi fie si ho so army for no for obi fie civilian fie no mako mu fie.
Oh, I see.
What I say? The 4th Battalion, which was so feared, 4th Battalion, Kumasi, a trotro station, which my 4 billion. That trotro Nigna.
Oh, Debbie.
Papa, 4 billion.
Debbie,
so you shall now to room. Kiosk no. 4 billion kiosk is your.
Adan. Just almost afraid in the CC want.
I'm afraid in the Siabontin, the and the colonel, and the now, you sue a public toilet back home. And you know it. You know it. Without any ko Ghana even airport police station. How can ASP or the corpora nyina saying one toilet so no mudim komofa a dinosaur? Yes. Obi ayire every gisi abonte na padlock dem. Obeba no mo pure water ho ye wi ani pure water. How do you fight with this with it there?
So then if you complaining to me Okumaze say Fred and yere nam gum ni ade akromfo abewi a
omo wia kra na say
akromfo timi rabaras ko
akromfo wia baras time na light of war ewiase no some years ago Danzuma police station police in oda kanta no otwin na light of obi ko yi ni mpabo akra de ko no oda yi so oda charge office wow o yi ni shoe ko generator is so obi ko tu generator ko police barracks generator dey am light and no dey charge office obi tu generator no ko mas e kroma dey head do
account means yeah
there be
what of the youth that we see them picketing outside say be almost show grievances towards a buying no
almost share masa e kroma nyum ba ko pe na abeto ye anyum no bia nu a osuru politician bia nsuru biem government bia nsuru biem president bia nsuru biem anyum ba ko worker kwa demonstration or teachers kwa omoto doctors kwa omoto civil society obi akwa oto anyum ba akope ye ni abre ko anyum nasi anyum bia nka ho biem nurse photo no okukra red bands entu ku hot water ba akope no obi akwa akoda Na ni abre ko no we. Obi ani abre ko ye tu nsuo ni gu so anu adwane. Pasa. Alexis.
It's just politicians never know when you know capitalize on it.
Because nurse for metu bi amani hunahuna.
Na ni abre ko na
eba. Ye ni abre ko. Ye ni abre ko. Into the police water cannon so hot water ubie ya no medwan. Moreover hot water tanda no kwanye nsuo hie bia o. Nsuo no tanda na sim na nsuo na ye keke.
It is no man.
This is what is that?
Professor.
Nyame mamu nyiri kakru mu nyiri ba. Once you close the bibia ni asa o e hanye husa.
Crow bit me asam go police station no ya ba be bodua.
Na
mum na nipa.
Labi. Anu kra police ni no. E frɛ o. What dey say? E charge am be. Ono ba no aje usa no aba no wi e kuma sim kra dey na e fe keke. Ya twa obi no. Anu of frɛ ntuma oso tumfo na se magema ni sisi asem. Mi wa wabo obi abonani. Yes asem no. Peaceful country ni edi one gross no. Very peaceful, yes. Your politicians need nothing more than bibi kakra keke. Support the youth, support, give employment keke. But then I'm saying bibi any honinti. They don't care. Papa, na country obi amuso obi baby obi anya nsika. Unti musam dem sum ti musa there can there be. Obi anu a court. Obi anu a na wo kwa kwachi obi say a young boy ukraka ne boy say no na wo so call politics mu. Oso dan no Who's the end this year? And 2 musam because me
extradition.
Master extradition, let it be. And only one is coming from us and not within.
Okay. So one of the guys, even Abu Chirika, was he will sue if for 10 million Ghana cedis.
It will be a very fine test of a case.
Okay. So when you had the courage to do that,
it will be a fine test of a case. But then don't forget, sir, Ghana government will be a judgment.
Odifa.
Ghana government. Odifa chair a foreign company over a from multinational company and an international court in Tinom, yes, sir. But I no crown no betuano. Yenya state officials in be involved as agents, facilitators and commission agents. Omutuano as a fetch no akogene de.
Abano.
Yeah.
Abano gene ya ho.
O junior ho pa. O junior ho priorities. Priorities. Government, don't say MDC, don't say MPP. Every state institution, every state department, what do? They buy town and country planning, parks and gardens. Home officials no land cruiser no but parks and gardens anymore. Even chamber pot to cry the flowers in Grebino. No, about the flower second. Or no office in parks and gardens, only gardens or now we expect you so baby do but okwa allocation a womb. Yes.
Fund the other funding and ama.
Basa allocation or be funding they do.
Okay.
Obi enu ha accountability. Medical catch me intro me say your auditors better chartered auditors than India. Population of over 1.3 or 1.4 billion. Your chartered accountants room. Is it a country SM could be a disca intimate investigating? Try me and share. Officer be office one thought the crown in China Mama over Jesus because come do.
Wow, cancer.
Obama auditor call the tin, Obama kinky. I'm on China Maka who had the 2,000 a share person. My frau fee, come with fee, or budget a bookem. Share. Wako. Meanwhile, auditor now walk on. Ukwanam for me yabo o chance anu man secretary akotoku be children abroad no abenom no
and I don't know Mr. Kwame Dinkro a business manager or POFM yenna or hona no can say Mr. the way you see Ghana so bono they are better off than so many African countries. Just as they say Ghana a professor momo tutu akwan bebre o say dey ye che bebre.
You see that is also a mistake that some of us make.
Okay.
I've had the chance out of the African 54 countries, mainland, excluding a country like St. Anthony, which you do not know. The Africa has even a country called.
I understand St. Helena too is there.
St. Helena, just in the ocean of Angola in Suriname. Okay. From Helena to yes, it's just 5,000 British from Obianco. Royal Army, Queen Elizabeth in Ghana and flight is on to Mama Katium from Africa. Wow. No, we are part of ECOWAS, on the belt in the ECOWAS member country. Now, when you look around these countries now, Obika said, sometimes I have a challenge.
Okay.
Apples and of course tomatoes are not the same.
Okay.
They bear different names, they bear different color, different taste, and different functions of the taste. I'm surprised if anybody, Abeka say, or the Ghana etoto, ye better chair in the gent, ye mo yabaso. I'm surprised Ubi the Ghana better to Togo. I'm surprised Ubi the Ghana better to Sierra Leone. I'm surprised Ubi the Ghana better to your friend is in Chad. I'm surprised Ubi the Ghana better to Malawi. I'm looking at Ghana, the contemporaries, the co-equal, the countries. I'm looking at Ghana to look like Algeria.
Hey.
I'm looking at Ghana to look better than Botswana. I'm looking Ghana better than Egypt or apart with Egypt, apart with Tunisia, apart with certain countries, South Africa, etc. That is how you should look at the country. I don't see myself say my classroom, my school. Now me feel say my di 20, na machino nipa be 40. A man you from Kwan. Now I don't see to compete myself with those in front of me or those who have taken the lead. Now me feel say no. The reason is very simple. Countries in Abubodino, Obu was single mineral, 2 minerals, 3 minerals, 4 minerals. Only one. Obu are from inception, from day one of independence, post-independent. Wakon tokwa abepimde. When you civil unrest abepimde. When you civil, one of them, the world's most richest country, Congo, wakon sa abepimde because of divisions. But there is a country. In terms of reference, tell Honorable Kwame Adinkra said, Ghana has the best enhanced cross-tribal marriage more than any other country in the world.
Any other country?
Any other country. No country marries tribe rough, basa, across a tribe, Ghana. Do you know that? I've been a mission translator. Yeah, ware basa. That's how to a United Nations kid. None will be a crash so far, be a United Nations. Never free voter. Over her nana, mammy, free, Adan, papa, if you vote. United Nations.
None of God will be so cancelled, will be say, United Nations, or no crowd, and ordinary, sir. Wafa Santini Pen, Wafa Croboni, Wafa Winter. Okay.
United Nations.
Okay.
Ubia tribe, maybe three Wahab, Ubia and say, oh, Kumasi, or Free Swami, or a Pepe, Bissimi, a Pepe, Nini Namiji. But for you to know, I also have a Votarian roots from Amfoga. Yes, we are from Amfoga Palace. Voter, and to if is over target him is all Kwakobu Votarians and Amitoa, there be. I'm also from there. Basa. So we have that peaceful cohesions among Americans. Cross-tribal. Masa. Ekroma. Greater Accra. Which are Ghanaian. That's why you are ministry, sir. Where Bema Neri Fantini.
Okay.
Which are Fantini, where Bema Neri Amreni, Nikru Amreni. Which are a Quapimni, Wawarin Cranny, which are Cranny Bema, Wawari Quapimni, Wawarin Cran, Achem Bunswawari. But even the north and the southern marriage in Kradia go to parliament. Nakofa Omubra 270 parliamentarians or 275 from Bejinaho. None not necessarily no munchiro moire. Said Romisi Pangran for man.
Okay.
And yes, small. Said Romisi pay accounts no, and yet easy. Why you two back a crack? What I say? Oko Kruma, Nikruma no acquire Bako Kakra said the Natina ho. Okay. What I say? Into Hunu. Now, if your friend is Salifu. Ento bahano na nere dejiwa ye ni bi babia. That was why the genocide takes place in countries. Nigeria has strong demarcation of 3 tribal settings. Hausa ni onkowari Igbo ni. Unless ebi oma tukan ni onkowo ma wa brontin. Igbo ni onwari Yoruba onwari Igbo.
Abro mu nyina
Nigeria. Togo edaho, Benin ewo Sierra Leone, Creole, Onware Bio, Onware Kono, Onware Ha. It is there everywhere, all over Africa. Botswana for one is Zimbabwe, Chwana ni Bio ho. But omani kram pesu ombehu omani talk less of marriage. Genocide of Rwanda is Tutsi and Hutus. Omon krama kra ni agro. That was why the genocide was made possible because nso okumwa onim say nim blood bi anim because ni nua nkoware ho na rie nkoware. That is the genocide causes. But Ghana there me wo yire Asantini wo yire papa efri ayi adan wo yire maame frafrani wo yire maame nase wo wia sa wanya sa traba ni nyina no wo bakwa na ne sofo susu ye kroboni.
Okay.
United Nations. Enti sofo no krobo. Na sorry man omwo mu no omu nyina sa yin. And that is enhance the beauty of Ghana is that.
Odimbo so we be for say me ma me free infante.
Number
pa free bono.
Kwa. But so yes matter. Oh yes I report na. For where your camera and see ya damana for anybody. Kojan Legon campus.
Okay.
Na frɛ boys ni girls no. Omo ni mo mu krom ya. E o grow go be 60%.
Ni kura wo free mo.
Onim ni maami kuro ni baba kuro. Ya den ba ko ni na wuye no ko no kuro. Onim ni baabi akuro free nkran ya wo na no anu aka. And of course, oya bruni akra ya wo na akra onim bron kra no kan fa na sum kra ono wonte kra.
Okay.
What
any be na so one e.
Ento ono no ne nkran ono hu no so e nkran.
I see.
That is the beauty of this particular country. Yentiminya tribal and then ethnic cleansing and then fight.
Okay.
Yentiminko. Because the tribes will not allow. The settings does not allow. Once a Ghanaian politician a tribe do election na omu pushes out agenda na and so and fight. Yes, a tribal switch, tribal hatred near that. And yeah, Juma or can woman can the politician can a BNY Juma. Tribal cannot be 1/10, a percentage, a fraction of any political electoral results. No. And cash it will not wash anything. It doesn't go anywhere. It na country bia doma sante ohne ni pushi we pushi agenda wan so obi akon
na nye hunzo ent me van
entimi rhetorics ekrowem since your work enhancement and support of cross tribal marriage, cross religious tolerance no and to kwentimi manintina escalation north Kushashi Mamprusi. It has never had an escalation beyond the border of Boko.
Okay.
It can never. Because Kushashi Nanyan and Tokan on Mamprusi Niko. Drafrani to our enemies, I say.
Okay.
Once a Frafako Biama Kushashi. Once a Mamprusi for Obise Dagati Akokum Biamano. A contained. Nanumba, Konkoma, Omo Konsa, Kopuse Police, Alankaki Costopum. Who will say Bonja for shame? Who will say Dagmani for shame? One will say Wala for some cause opportunity and Prisiamanako. Contained.
I see.
The tribe do not cross over to go and support. Greater Accra. In around 96, there was a fight in the air by the guns. Rollins was at a castle, Osu. Ena Nungwa any Teshi. Omio Majin said, a fight. They were trying to create the atmosphere. Say bia obi osu baba ben obi amfiu. Na Jerika chensema anko de wa mesi asham no. Na ntokwa to try.
Oh okay. Komo ye de na sen komo ye
asu gas obi abada obi amfi. Meanwhile no krani bi anim omfi Jamestown onimso free ha, we nimso omfree ha. But ntokwa no see that ayin obi amfi. It can't have an escalation. Majority I say, Alabanyo Nkunya is the longest civil unrest in this country. But up to now, it is within them. Tiabo friend whom they are but as a journalist, what any alarming story of Alabanyo Nkunya? Ubiko from nom dia or the Aquacobonu Mojana Nunkwa.
Okay.
It doesn't escalate.
Okay.
Nkonya for na Alabanyo for ntokwa farm no moko abehun no moko ensa we kotwa mensa we ayi se nko a we ko tunu nsa no we akwadwu nso agum We and Toka. Papa, where are the Quantoka? Oba farm no chance and what bedroom so good no. We and Toka.
We can talk about mine.
Where and Toka, I say, yeah, the army coho.
Okay.
Eh?
Oh, Prof.
Come
on.
Ghana government. Wait, me see. Obi for country security profile. Every country be a security profile. Red alert, amber, and then green. Ghana, you raise security bar. Baby. Yeah, of course, it doesn't go anywhere. It does not go anywhere. A security community, intelligence community, why no more create shake-ups kakra, say ni pabedidi.
I don't believe it.
I would say your budget. Your cooperations, BBS, you could take a cover, you gather information, process biama, no more co, umbo be arbitrary baby, kakram pen for did. A normal, or the biaka, sorry, skaka crow, you know, the coba, sorry, I'll coba for you. Or crown handkerchief was a soft water collection was sebi. O coffee, peaceful. Do Sunday and the real forward, you are too much man, or did you find? We are basic or could free. O friend, or baba. Ghana so Jerry a case in ye over corner 48 hours. What they say? Court 48 hours. Police in Crown concochin of a friend or Bachina catches a barbecue. Trials ye on Friday na be the match Tuesday, Thursday waba.
I say, whoa. Ghana. I say, whoa.
A very nice country, very peaceful. But the only problem is the policy of the document of these two parties with what is called their party manifesto. Party manifesto does not develop any country. It's the national plan that develops a country. Because if the national plan is there, project A, project B, it doesn't work like that. That is the cause of this country. And the second biggest cause is the makers of the country, the kingmakers, only coming from constituency as delegates. That is one of the problems. Railways. Yes. Eastern corridor from Takrady, from Hazukas, from Tema up to Paga. Express. Oma Domsika. They didn't do it. Airlines used to be AC around the same year.
Global Fund for Beche, you know. The Finance Ministry and the Ministry of Health. Actually, our duty. I mean, really say.
The understanding is not there. Who is who?
Yeah, they be chow mine.
Who is who?
Professor, you need to be a bit me.
Be no a bit my because the Chroma no election we are. When we are having the election, a campaign there. Me ba me toilet. Me ba me market. Me ba me school. Me ba me same. Me ba me same. Because sir, until the Chroma so for sham come, ubi at me sham come yan hwe. It is very good, mashallah. Because Omunim said they all can't you preach you during campaign, they cannot fulfill. One fulfilling we are now about power. Now what you will say we are defeatist. One guys were defeated. And the only salvation abenyano, now you the hope no at the ama pastors. Now the pastor is not preaching your hope, not the politician who promised you with the car. Amen. And come no share on parliament on platform say you buy be win amen. Aye na office na benyan ama entu bia owia no push you o push the ama so for no so mun take over entu ba gina ha osemeso dae afia be obenyeska emi na okọ meso dae adwuma bi ya be e adwuma panyini obi a onu na adwuma na mu bu onye bi but ya share no kom so be adwuma panyi amen because hope no now no ya de akosha pastors no this pastor and so shan ko beti makoche
okay hey nzamu ko so
nti o mu na to adwuma na politicians
I want me anya no
o ma ya ba na efe
prof your baby a hwehwe o say cyber business consultancy obi very hwe obi I know say na ba no sa na ma na say o number na de won fan to e na mo be a obi hia
me on hwe me through you number there go between there yeah
investment consultant the ban on chrome ha that's how planning invest here abrochefo we bro mo complain ho obi adwuma wa ha No, my good.
Ghanaians are wicked. Say,
Hey, what's it so bro?
oh, let's say wicked they bad. So good you ma untimi anhwe. Oba na ache na ma me kura be fro. Oba na ache na papa be fro. Tribal assembly mekan. Ezu nua no no. Ye be ya.
Kotena omukuru mu
okra. Because ya be ju ya kotena okro mu chade. Obe ya family nso be connect pepepe. Be kwa na papa kura girlfriend no no. Eno ne no wo. Nti asem na atwa. Nti we ha obi di obi abone they don't really care.
Jesus will be adwuma na or contact no.
We give you advice, we give you a lot of overseas, especially Omamuno, they don't have capital. And they just want the news, they just want information, accurate and valid information, what to do. A lot of them they call. But most of the times, and I'm very purely halal, meaning that I do mostly things for free.
Oh.
Yep.
Nabasan Grofofan is serious.
Well, it's a service and what you want. You get what you want, but then for free, mostly.
I see.
There are things, very few things that maybe, if you want to find. I have a lot of students that come here. I'm taking master classes, some are having masters in different field of this. We support international relations. We don't take anything to sell knowledge. We try to encourage. Yes.
I was young.
We do a lot of things pro bono.
I see.
Alex, where are we taking this well to? It's not.
Anybody accredit to someone that is answer.
Well, because like I said, any years no they call. How long? How far? Who be this saying? Wait, me do for 500 Ghana cedis. You cannot. Humanity, mankind, human being is sweet. Just love. That's all.
Prof, would I recommend you?
Mpacho, miso.
Me recommend you.
I know about noni.
Unim noni.
More than anybody else.
Just an organic, that's a natural product. No, be organic.
Unim said the biggest noni farmer in the whole of West Africa is Afarijan. Kojo Afarijan.
Although he will be side.
There be no beings. Ahaya. Mami de kwanu so ahaya nsawam. Obom.
Yeah, former EC chair.
Yes, yeah.
No, don't cashew so.
Cashew need, I don't know about it, but not any fish farm. Or very beautiful fish farms. Malcolm Tim Cotano, a boncomosa. He's a natural man, very interesting.
On Chrome.
There be on the farm, so minimum so around Amasama area, but mostly no. Ocean natural farm, so it's a very natural man.
Wow.
Oh, you will love it.
He
has the biggest noni farm, the biggest noni listen.
Noni no
Noni promotes the health, metabolism, and the immune system. And like you rightly said, say in the soap, I know, say a clear
stretch
lot of stretch marks, and then dark spots, and a whole lot. And it does too much. We know it's one of the most classical antioxidants.
Wow.
Yes, it's a very, very strong antioxidant. Look, don't forget, say, noni, the other West Africa, the same Kojo Afarijan.
About West Africa.
Yes, noni is a medicine that is prescribed, promoted by the government and people of Uruguay. It is where he went on conference and okofa noni Dubai. In noni no, nanye planta obi na shede no ma na dua ono de na ode ba odua na ni na no ma de nti noni bi okroma bia a che na mse nkofo aduadua. Me, I like nature. One thing people do not know about me. Meeting come for example, me ni din komo, and then I realize oko Australia.
Okay.
Yenya yatako Australia region. Vanuatu Monet, those places, you know. Noni la Fiji. Fiji noni is a big deal. Okay. Hospital prescribe BBI noni nomdi everything. Oko Uruguay any Peru munina, it's a big thing. And America have noni as a capsules for women menstrual cramps.
Okay.
It's the best.
Wow.
For women against men. Yeah. You do research.
Where was here? Moment to call number 024437 0504 024437 0504 and also 0256 230996 0256 230996 noni product bejibi we profs all the way dware a so before crowd be dware no card we na ye wanim
Okay, face wash.
We face wash.
I mean,
There's unim.
I know Nani very well. Obia, say Ghana for the Obia is Nani Bia will not stop using it. They know.
Me ban on the mommy, I'm the bank.
The cream.
Now, Menyan and TSA, so open to atom now do any threat. I would do me round about her. Now the one friend number 0256 230996. Now what the wash I did. And no need. Movie Pia organic. Prof, yeah, that's it.
I mean, come.
Send only a chicken comedy God's Sun TV that was a part.
And producer Agyapong.
Agyapong. And Ora Big Sammy. Team Nina Radishram. Prof, yeah, that's you. And I assume now they tough and crying beer. There's a prof for Ghana and Quadia near Befi.
You're welcome.
Prof Radishram.
I am in